Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and another train sim video. In this video I'm going to take you on the class 375 from Faversham to Rochester. We're going to be stopping off on the way because I've always had a huge fascination with how real life is represented in video games and how video game developers go about reproducing real life. We're going to stop off at each station, have a look around, compare it with real life with footage that I've recorded myself, and we're going to compare it and talk about it. So let's get on with today's video. So we're starting our journey today at Faversham, a lovely town actually, and this is a really nice station with lots of sort of Victorian architecture about it. We've got the 375 pulled into the station, we've got another 375 come up, and we're going to couple them together. Actually, we're not going to couple it, we're just going to oversee it while the drivers do that, and from then on we're going to take it to Sitting Bull. So here we go, they're going to couple them together. We've got this lovely young lady in here in charge of the second 375, and we're just going to wait while they couple those together. And I love all the detail in the trains, you've got to admit, it's just done so well, and it just makes me so happy to play this game. I absolutely love it. Right, here we come. There we go. Yeah, the amount of detail, if you love trains and love machinery, train sim never fails to impress. Right, we've got to go down the front of the train and take this to Sitting Bull. So we're going to make our way down and say goodbye to Faversham. That's it. We're going to get in. Sit down, of course. Okay, so we're just going to wait for the passengers to load, get comfortable on board, and then we're going to make our way to Sitting Bull. All our passengers are all loaded up, they're all comfortable and happy to start their journey on their way to Sitting Bull. So we're just coming out of Faversham now, and I do love some of the views you can get. It's absolutely fantastic. It's like having your entire train line or your own sort of model railway on your screen whenever you want it. I think it's fantastic. And all the surrounding areas, of course, like the detail isn't like spot on there, you know, but it's not really about the surrounding area. They're just there to be representative of the area. The real detail is in these lovely trains and the train track itself as well. I think they're just amazingly detailed. I love the 375 and I love the 395, the Javelin that it comes with as well. That's where we was coupled up. Yeah, it's a very, very nice DLC, and by far my favourite DLC. I could play this, drive the 375, drive the 395 and the new DLC train as well all day long. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And I love these camera controls as well. The way you can just go around the train and just check everything out. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Right, we're going to join up again when we get to Sitting Bull. So we're only 0.7 away from Sitting Bull now as we slowly start our descent into Sitting Bull. We're just going to slow down. And I can show you some good comparison videos with real life and compare how well they've done. And trust me, they have done absolutely fantastic as well. Yeah, they really have. So we're just going to cruise into town. I'm going to stop slightly short just so I can show you the comparison videos as well. So we're just going to cruise in nice and slow here. I like Sitting Bull actually. It's a great town. I've lived here for many, many years and used this station hundreds of times, countless. Okay, so we're just gonna, like I say, we're just gonna stop a little bit short. Actually, we're not. Okay, here we go. We're gonna come in. Perfect. We've unlocked the doors, now we're going to go and have a look around. Now, the first thing you'll notice, and we've spoken about this in previous live streams, is the two bridges. So we've got this old bridge here, footbridge by the way, and we've got this new one down here. Now, with the current situation in the world, and particularly in this area, we're on our third lockdown. I haven't been on a train for absolutely ages. I can't even remember the last time I come to this station, and we come up here today to film these shots, and lo and behold, this bridge has completely disappeared. I always thought it was a bit weird that they had two bridges here, and it's actually nice that it's been recreated in this game for us to remember locally. But yeah, this bridge it's just not here anymore. It's gone. It's quite shocking to see. You'll see there's an exit here. Now the game is actually depicting this as the entrance entrance and the exit, but this is more of an exit, and you can see it looks very, very similar in real life, albeit without the actual bridge. And as we come down here, the comparison shots, I mean, it is done very, very well. And when it is your local station, you can have a critical eye, but like I say, I think it's done absolutely fantastic. This part here is the entrance. They haven't modelled that for whatever reason, but the actual entrance to the station is here. As we come down here, you'll see the new bridge as well. I say new, it's probably been here for years. You know what it's like when you call something new. It's probably been here 4 or 5 years, but yes, it is very true to life, the way it's depicted. And we can even go up these stairs as well. I mean, I know stairs is stairs, but this is cool just knowing that this is your local station. So if we go across the bridge as well, we can have a sweeping shot over to the right hand side. And the comparisons are so impressive. Over on the left hand side, the same thing. Oh, and also in the previous streams, I've told you about this sort of fairly new roundabout, actually. There's a lot of regeneration in this area. Them 2 buildings over there are a cinema complex that isn't open yet, unfortunately. It was built throughout COVID, but it hasn't opened. And this roundabout is fairly new as well, probably only about a year old. So it's nice that they've included all the new sort of local architecture and sort of, you know, really done it well. We're running a little bit late because we've been sightseeing, but now we're going to get on our way to Rainham and hopefully stop at Newington on the way. Like I say, let's say goodbye to Sittingbourne, and hopefully you'll agree, it was pretty impressive. Like I say, I love these camera views you can do. So cool. And it's such a relaxing game as well. I never feel stressed playing this game. I get it wrong sometimes and go through a red signal. That can be quite stressful. But in terms of just playing the game, it is a very, very relaxing experience. And for that, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love the way you can just, you know, move up the line and just wait for your train to come past and just enjoy the various views. Speed him up a little bit. There we go. I love this bit as well. It's the child in me. So here we are at Newington. You don't stop at Newington in the game, but it is all fully modelled. As you can see, it's got the right bridge in there. Everything is absolutely as it should be. 4 lanes through there. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, it's just really fascinating that you can recreate something like this in a game and for it to be absolutely believable. It's always fascinates me. And this is such a quaint little train station, but it's all modelled correctly. You can see here that I was parked right there with my motorbike, just going out and making these videos for this particular video. But yeah, everything is all as it should be. And like I discussed on a previous live stream, this is so quaint, this little train station. It is literally just at the bottom of a road. You come down here and there it is. So let's make our way to Rainham. Here we are, we're coming into Rainham, and again I've got some more comparison shots for you. But a lovely station, actually, a really nice station. It's actually just recently gone under quite extensive renovation. So we're going to come in nice and slow. That's it. Let's unlock the doors, let the passengers out, and then go sightseeing. Again, detail second to none, and you can pick any location and sort of compare it with the real life, and someone has taken a lot of trouble to do this correctly as well. Also got the signal box down here. I love the signal boxes here. There's one at Gillingham which I'm going to show you as well. But yeah, everything is exactly as you would expect. But even the trackside detail, like the signal box there, is just fantastic. And yeah, they haven't put the pub in, but they put the buildings in the right place. First time I tried this route, I was really actually impressed with... Oh, let's give him the horn. I was really impressed with the way that on the left hand side as you come past, they've really modelled the maintenance area. I used to have a fascination with this area when I was young. There's a path going all the way along the right hand side, and I used to take my push bike down there and watch the trains mess about shunting, going through the actual train wash. The train wash obviously is newer than when I used to go there, but you'll see as we go through the train wash, it's modelled perfectly, and you can get the camera just to the right hand side and get a really good shot of it. But all this stuff here, including the actual train maintenance shed as well, everything's been modelled absolutely perfectly. So here's the train wash, and you can see the real life comparison there, which I think is pretty cool. Same thing with the train maintenance shed as well. That's all looking absolutely perfectly. We've got the footbridge, the crossing, and the signal box as well, which I'm going to take you to in a second. But first, let's get into Gillingham and let's do some more comparison shots. Here we are at Gillingham. This is another station that's undergone recent renovation. It used to be a bit dingy. Some parts of it are still quite dingy, but on the whole, it's been really, really improved. So let's pull into the station, let our passengers out, and then we'll do some comparison shots. I love the way you can go up to the footbridge and walk all around the station. I absolutely love it, and you can see it's all done absolutely as per real life. Like I said before, you can pretty much choose any position, stand there, have a look around, and compare it with the real life comparison, and it does give you an extra appreciation for the amount of work that goes into video games and simulators like this, and it really does make me appreciate it on another level. I like the way that even though you don't go on this line, they've still modelled it, and they haven't got the safety cutouts in the wall, but everything else is pretty much like for like. Before we leave Gillingham, let me take you back to that footbridge just so we can compare some views from the railway crossing and the other signal box. Like all kids though, I used to have such a fascination, particularly about this railway crossing as well, with the signal box, and I used to be so fascinated by the way the cars could actually go on the railway track when I was young. But here it's all represented just like real life. Very, very impressive. We can even go up on the bridge as well and do a couple of comparison shots across here, which looks pretty cool, and across here as well. So you can see the signal box, you can see the start of the Gillingham train station as well, and it's all done just very, very well. We can even go down the other side. It's all really good, and like, you know, you don't have to stop here. That, you know, it isn't designed in a way that, you know, it's scripted that you have to stand here. It just so happens that if you want to stand here and check out the detail, you most certainly can. So that was Gillingham, and hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. We are going to make our way out of Gillingham now and on our way to Chatham, and there's a cool bit of architecture that I've always loved at Chatham Station, so I'm going to show you that. Let's see this little bridge up here. I've always had fond memories of this bridge. So this little bridge up here, I used to bring all of my children up there and sit them in the pushchair and just wave at the trains as they go past. And yeah, I love this little train bridge up there, and my kids always used to ask me, Dad, can we go to the train bridge and wave at the trains? And it always used to be a case of, yeah, okay, we'll wave at one, oh, can we wait for the next? Sometimes we would be up there for hours at a time, but fond memories. Let's make our way to Chatham. So here we are at Chatham. I love Chatham Station actually. Like I say, there's a cool bit of architecture that I want to share with you. So we're going to come into here. And now we're on the main line to London. So if we carry on, we would end up at London. But we're not going to go that far in today's video. So let's open up the doors for the passengers. And let's go and have a walkabout. I'm just enjoying the fact that you can pretty much stand anywhere and can compare the views of real life, and they are pretty much spot on. I find it very, very fascinating. Now, the piece of architecture that I wanted to share with you is not really architecture as such, more design than architecture. I used to love, again, when I was younger, I used to be so fascinated with these archways. I think they're so cool, and they just look really old and weathered and strong. They're holding up the station above. I absolutely love it, so I'm really pleased that they included these. If we go up the other end of the platform, you can see the sort of parking area outside of the station is pretty authentic as well, as is the tunnel mouth as well. A lovely tunnel mouth, actually. Yeah, it's all up this end of the platform. Even though this isn't the busiest end, you're still getting to some fantastic replication of real life. Now it's time to leave Chatham and make our way to Rochester, and Rochester is actually a fairly new station, so that would be quite exciting to show you that. There's also a derelict part as well, which I'm going to show you just before we get to the new section. So let's make our way to Rochester. Now this used to be the original Victorian Rochester station, and it was Rochester station for probably as long as anyone can remember, but they've actually moved it, and they've moved it just 700 yards down the road, which I'll show you in a second. But yes, this is all absolutely derelict now. Let's look at it from outside. This is all absolutely derelict now, and it does make sense to move it up the road. I mean, it is a very central position now. It was always awkward to get to, but yeah, this is absolutely derelict now. And again, I'm really glad that they've included it in the game. All the canopies have gone just like real life. I couldn't get up here to do any footage, although it does literally just look like this now. But yeah, very interested in that it's included in the game. So let's carry on to the brand new station. We've arrived at Rochester, and this is actually our final destination, but let me show you a few shots from Rochester station. I called it the new station. This actually opened in 2015 and it cost £26 million, so it's not as new as I first thought. But yeah, if we have a look around, this is actually a really nice station. Looks more like a sort of London inner city station rather than something that we're used to around here, but it is very, very nicely done, and at £26 million it really should be. There's a lot of regeneration going on in this area actually, and this is the city of Rochester, although I don't think it's got city status at the moment, but yeah, it is a really, really nice town. Also, we've got this area just here. Now in the 80s and 90s, this used to be one of the places to go to. This car park area used to be a market every Friday, and it was one of the busiest places you can imagine. And this is now a car park, and it looks exactly like this. And you can see that we've got the castle and the cathedral up there as well. All of it is just absolutely perfectly represented here at Rochester. But I think it is time now to head for the exit and make our way out of Rochester towards the end of the video. So there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed our journey from Faversham to Rochester, hopefully with a bit of interest along the way, showing how a video game like this can really recreate and reproduce real life. If you want to know more about my channel, there should be a link in the description if you want to come over and say hello. There's plenty of train sim as well as everything else going on the GameTechUK channel. But that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.